I love that ad.
I love that ad. I love that ad.
And hello, welcome back to another episode of...
Start that again. I was literally doing a weird face
No,
when you
no. That's what started. I'm using this. And hello. Welcome. Yeah, no. We're using it.
Good.
So,
Hello, everyone.
huh?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, that's Aaron. That's the true Aaron then. And that's how much of a perfectionist he is. Anyway, everyone, welcome back. It's me, Shane Brennan, and my unprofessional co-host, Aaron Chalke.
Pleasure as always.
So, good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. So this week we're going to be talking about radio ads. So myself and Aaron decided that we would pay homage once again to radio because it was International Radio Day on the 13th of February. Isn't that right, Aaron?
Something like that, World Radio Day or something along those lines. Something to do with radio and it being a day.
Something to do with radio and it being a day. So why not?
And you're a big radio man, Shane. You're a big Sunday morning 2-hour slot radio man. You consume as much as you can as long as it's within those time bands and on Today FM.
Well, I tell you now what has increased my radio consumption. The fact that I have loads of Alexas now. And when I walk into a room, I just go, Alexa, play, tune in. And that's it. I literally have the radio on all day. And for having the dogs in the house.
So it seems like there's a pattern emerging. So it's the hassle of finding a radio or turning it on, which is stopping you from consuming radio.
Whereas having a digital slave that literally just put on the radio there does it.
So the handiness of just being able to tell someone to put on the radio is what does it for
Yeah,
you.
and it's the same in the car. The radio is always on. You just need to turn it up.
So what's the channel on your tune in that comes on straight away?
It's usually RT, Radio 1. Getting a bit of that depressing news. I think it's a great way to start the day. Or
Plugging in.
I end up on Today FM if I'm done with depressing news. And then other than that, I tell Alexa to shut up. So.
It's only a matter of time before you switch on to the smooth sounds of like Q102 or
Sunshine.
I'm telling you, if you're sick of the news, bypass the other stations and go straight to those easy listening ones.
I find though when I am genuinely sick of those two channels, I just go to a podcast. So
Fair enough.
And if I'm listening to music, I don't ever really want the radio to pick my music. I know what I like, so I just go straight to Spotify. So
It's like the Limmy skit where they ring up for a request and he's like, "Do you like this song?" And they're like, "Yeah." "Do you not have the CD at home? Can you not play it at home?" It's a lot of effort to ring a radio station and you might get through.
that probably cost money. This cost you money now.
I love that sketch.
Okay, cool. Let's just jump straight into it.
Okay, let's do it.
So let's look at mine first, Aaron. I've sent you on the link.
Okay, ready to go.
And whenever you're ready to hit play, you say.
Oh, sorry, I had already played. Okay, and I'm pressing play now.
Right, I'm thinking of a movie, now showing every 30 minutes on Sky Box Office. Gangster movie.
Fire away.
Nice. It's a British movie, stars Daniel Craig, about this guy who doesn't consider himself a gangster, looking to get out of gangster ring.
Right.
Right, it's the icing on the cake for Brit gangster flicks.
So it's pretty full on.
Correct, it's an intensely flavoured thriller.
Why are you talking
It's
like
got
this?
proper tasty action.
Tell me what you mean.
Well, the film title is a type of pudding.
Finally.
Yeah, big British gangster movie now showing on Sky Box Office. Simple to order, straight from the sofa. Name of the movie is the name of a pudding. The gangsters think desserts. Gangster pie, criminal flan, Blood Forest Ghetto.
It's layer cake.
It's layer cake.
Blood Forest Ghetto. Shame on you.
Layer Cake now showing on Sky Box Office where movies come first. Sky Digital subscribers only, conditions apply.
Yeah, that's great.
There you go. So that's for Sky Box Office. I think it's done by Sky's creative agency. I was trying to find who actually made it, but I think it's done. I would assume it's done internally, because they have the biggest in-house creative team. Like I imagine a lot of their stuff is done, but yeah, I really liked it. I liked a lot about it. One, obviously, I'm a big movie fan, and just it's funny we did that exact thing in episode 2 where I was trying to recall Dazed and Confused. So I was like, Matthew McConaughey, all right.
Yeah,
and so when I heard this, I was like, yeah, that does happen a lot. And like, This is quite old. It's actually quite old. It's from 6 years ago. So I was more thinking like if I was say driving along or if I heard that ad, I'd be like, what movie is he talking about? It's nearly gamifying it. It's giving you a little quiz, and then when he's saying stuff, you're recalling the movie, and you're like, that is a really good movie. He's talking about layer cake. That is great. I really want to watch that.
Yeah, it's because it is a brilliant movie, and it is. It's one that when you hear of, you usually haven't seen it in years, so you're like, I want to lash that on. I love the puns. To have the brass neck to like literally fill your ad with puns, but not make it a really cheesy pun based ad. I think it was hard to do, but pretty well executed. In fairness.
Do you recognize the voices?
That's what's been wrecking my head. I can't tell who they are. One of them I'm thinking is a curly haired actor. I can't remember. He was in.
They're both curly haired actors.
Ah, damn it!
And they're in a show together.
Oh, you're killing me. Is it the show is it hospital based?
Yeah. The show is called Green Wing.
Green Wing, that's it. Yeah, I know one of them then.
One of them does was it Portrait Artist of the Year now? Stephen Mangan.
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. I couldn't think of his name. Who's the other one then?
And the other actor is Julian Rin Tut. You'd know him if you saw him, because they were in Green Wing together for years. I don't know if they were a double act before Green Wing.
It sounds very double acty type of jibber jabber that they have together. It's very well done.
But they were only in Green Wing together for 3 years, so there might have been a whole thing with the two of them together. But I just think they're great. They're great together in Green Wing.
That campaign. Or that ad sounds like it's part of a campaign. Is there other ads that are kind of in a series, or is that just it?
I don't know.
Extensive research goes into I love that ad. I love that ad, not I love that campain. Fair enough. Shane.
Yeah, in fairness, like that. Do we really want to take the spotlight away from the radio?
Yeah, true. This
are
is
you going to force me to take the spotlight away? Like, I just think that's disgraceful, Aaron. That's what happens to radio all the time on media plans and in creative executions. What we're talking about is radio. So who gives a shit about the campaign? We're talking about that great execution.
I bow to your superiority when it comes to the campaign planning. In terms of you actually listening to a lot more radio, which is
here we go.
Interesting.
I love the way how interesting this is to you, because the audience don't know the years.
Okay, actually, I'll give a bit of colour to that. So when Shane and I have the pleasure of knowing each other for many years, well over a decade, as we were in college together, and me and some of my friends, we both studied multimedia, and within that course, you got to choose some of your disciplines. So a lot of us chose audio and recording, to which Shane nearly got sick in his mouth at the thought of doing a pure audio-based module, let alone a year studying it. So ever since then, it's kind of, he's steadfastly anti-audio. He couldn't give a hoots about it.
As I said at the time, I did video, which includes audio. So why would you not do both? It didn't make any sense. If anything, it was lazy.
So this hatred of audio translated into just not liking radio because it's a purely audio-based format. And I think it was a bit of a bit that became part of who he was. Yeah. So to see him interested in audio, what I actually loved, Shane, was when you joined the media world full stop and you joined MediaWorks, you had to get to know radio. You had to get to know what shows were on, what the listenership was. It killed you, but now look, you're a staunch radio man. You're putting it on every day in the house, so it's you finally come around and seen the light. It's great to see.
My Trans Times XL. I know.
Never had Trans Times been trans timed so much.
Not only did I need to know there was something else about radio that could upset me, but it was Trans Times.
I think most of the industry has post traumatic stress when it comes to Trans Times.
Yeah, but it was definitely a bit. Because that started in college, and then the bit just got out of hand, and I overcommitted, as I do. So I was happy. Like, I didn't feel like I was missing anything, to be honest.
So now that you're a heavy radio user, Shane, have you noticed now? Because you're a big podcast man and the like. So going to you incorporating a lot more radio, do the ads stand out to you, or do they kind of just go into the background noise of the radio's on?
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, that took a bit of a turn there. We're all having the crack, and then I asked you a serious question.
You asked me a serious question about that I had to think about. No, I assume I'm like anyone else. Like, it's not like I've never listened to radio before. I'm not an alien who has started listening to radio for the first time.
What is this thing speaking to me in the corner?
No, it's like, obviously there's some ads that are, if they're on such high frequency, that they do eventually blend in. There's some that have earwigs. There's like one going on now at the minute where she's singing the song "Oh Rosha Dava Hawalia." I don't know if you've heard that. I hear that all the time. And when she said, I don't even know what's an ad for, to be honest. But that's all I hear. And then for the rest of the day, I'm just singing "Oh Rosha Dava Hawalia."
Stuck with you.
But no, I don't know. They don't stand out more than anything. Like, yeah, I'm usually doing something though. Like, I'm never sitting down. Do people do that? Do people ever do radio alone, or are they only radio is just a companion to other activity? Because
like sitting down to listen to the wireless kind of thing. Specifically, sit down.
Yeah,
to listen
sitting
to
down.
the show.
I could see you sitting down in front of a fire and like listen to a shushing cat, being like, no.
The wireless is on.
Yeah, I'm listening to a talkie.
Well, well, I think a lot of the listenership is as you know, it's in the background of actions, or you know, for country radio, is a lot of just having noise on in the house. If you're living by yourself or something like that, it's just having that companion there. You mightn't be listening to it, but there's noise in the house, so you don't feel alone or kind of isolated. I think there's a lot of that. Yeah, I think and some people just helps them get into a flow, and then there's other shows where you literally want to listen to what's going on. A lot of your kind of your talk show based shows in the middle of like your Radio 1s or your live lines and what have you, where people kind of they are getting invested in what's going on or the interviews that are happening at the time. So yeah, I think it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, completely.
You tuned out of that so much.
You're
you're done with your radio talk. We still have half of this podcast to go, and you're done with radio already.
All you said was, yes, people listen to radio. Okay.
Yeah. We'll chop this out in the edit. We'll chop it out.
No, we won't.
Right, let's flick on to the next ad.
Cool.
So this is BK Bot Chicken Persons.
Okay. Let me find the play button.
It's up the top left.
Okay, I'll play now.
This ad was created by artificial intelligence.
Hello, friend 2. You are human. You are friend.
I don't know you, friend 1. You only live inside radio commercial.
Become friend. Allow access these chicken fries from Burger King to your mouth gate.
Eat, eat, eat. Wow, we are chicken persons now, aren't we?
Affirmatively correct.
Why is Creepy King staring at chicken persons?
He is creepy. He lives inside radio commercial also.
Burger Kingdom is radio commercial for friendship.
Burger King, home of the chicken persons.
Okay. That would cut through. If I was walking around, the kitchen doing something, I would stop. I would think we're being invaded.
It's pretty mental. So that's part of a series of ads that were written by artificial intelligence apparently. So I haven't looked into this because I just like the ad. I think it's pretty cool. The reason I like it is one, it sounds very different, so it grabs your attention. But there's so much hot air, I think, in the industry on an international level about AI, and AI can never do creativity and all this kind of crack. And there's different sides to the argument. Whereas Burger King just went at it going, here's actually what AI can do, and just even though it didn't make sense, but you can see where it's going, use that as the ad. And I think that's probably the purpose of it, to show that it's not all the be all and end all. But I just loved it.
And do you know what year when it was made? Was it recent or
2016 or 2017? I think. Made by David in Miami. Part of the, I think David's part of the Ogilvy group. We're probably getting so many facts wrong with this, but yeah, that's one of theirs, and I think it's David and Burger King have done a lot of great ads over the years, and I think it's kind of very classic Burger King trying to push the creative boundaries and kind of do that kind of international showcasey type of work is kind of it's I think it's bang on for the type of stuff that they do.
And I think, first of all, it's cool. Like, and I love around stuff like that. I'd love to know more about the production and how they actually did it and what programs and stuff they would have used. But what is interesting about that, and I think is always interesting about Burger King, is they're always trying to break through. They need to be noticed. The Burger King needs to be noticed. They always have to. And all their really interesting stuff they do is they're being interesting, just trying to be like, yeah, Burger King, we're here as well. So
they're the agitators as well. Like they love taking a pop at McDonald's.
They're the little brother, and that's great. Like they are like they get to do stuff like that because they're not on top of the throne. Like and it suits them. They do great work. They get to, because their entire identity is taking pops at McDonald's, which is great. I love it. It results in, because you can apply that to any medium. And it's like, yeah, what are we doing? Are we taking a shot at McDonald's? Yeah, okay, do it. Sign it off. Boom. Do you want to know the budget? No. Take a shot. Take a shot.
But in fairness to them, like from looking at different studies and case studies that they have around certain campaigns, they don't do it flippantly. They will wait a year or two from initial idea being presented to signing something off until it gets to the right level of, now it's at the right space to do it.
They will do the long con, but they'll also do social media quick stuff. You know what I mean? I think there is no bounds to their willingness to troll McDonald's.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of their now CMO global CMO Fernando Machada. He seems like a really cool guy. I saw him. I was very lucky to see him in Cannes on stage with his agency, talking about kind of the creative process and kind of trusting uncertainty was a big theme of that talk. And the reason I like him is I think that was in 2016 or something around then, and they walk the walk. Do you know what I mean? They from the campaigns that they've come out with year after year, you can see that they actually do kind of go out there with some of their campaigns. They go for the unknown, they take risks, and they are quite nimble as well at the same time.
They seem like a dream client. Like, as long as you're like, they just seem to be willing to try anything. You know what I mean? They're and that's not to say that they're willing to do anything, but they're willing to try something that's worth it. You know what I mean? If you can pitch an idea that this is the reason we're doing this, as opposed to just do it, we don't care. Like, they really care.
Yeah. It seems it does come across that way. They want to land every punch because they know that you know what I mean. They want to make it count. There was a couple of funny tweets going around earlier on in 2020 when Cannes was announced that it was cancelled for 2020. So a lot of people saying that Burger King must be seriously pissed because all their Cannes type of campaigns obviously couldn't get a run in, but like a lot of their work is that kind of classic Cannes-esque type of campaigns that you'd expect to see.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I'd say that campaign there, that radio campaign, probably did well as well, because being first always helps stuff like that. That'll always like, if it's the first AI written like that writes itself word entry wise, and it does. It's not like, back to that actual ad, what's nice about that is you wouldn't hear anything like that on radio. So you instantly cuts through to be like, what the fuck is this?
And like, they've obviously hammed it up by using the AI type voices, computer generated.
Oh yeah,
voices
completely.
to read the script and stuff like that. So, I think it was well produced from that point of view as well.
I would have liked to have seen like what else it produced before they got something they could use. Like the Twitter accounts and stuff that were set up, that it's all based on response. So I'd like to know from a production point of view, is like, how long did it take to teach it that they needed to do something? And did they teach it?
Yeah.
Did they teach it too far and it got too good? And they were like, no. Back about an hour ago when I called it chicken persons. That's what we want.
It sounded like they had loaded, fed in the ingredients of how to write a script into the bot, and it was using that because it had the descriptors in between the script lines as well,
and 3 characters.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'd love to learn a bit more about that. So. might look into that.
Cool.
Is there anything else you wanna
No, that's
profess
that's
about
it
your
for
love
me, I
about
guess.
radio, Shane? No.
No. I think that's my share of radio done. All joking aside, I do listen to radio.
I love that you had to clarify that.
I don't have to clarify this, because like I'm over 30, I listen to radio. But no, if anyone has any other ads they'd like us to take a look at, or they have any comments on what we were talking about today, just let us know. Hit us up on social, and we might see it in an upcoming episode. Thanks so much, guys.
Lovely stuff. Bye.
Peace.